Okay, so this is my third attempt to film this. I filmed 17 minutes of choice premium badassery, and camera settings were on the wrong microphone. You couldn't fucking hear anything, so that's annoying. And then I tried to do it again, and the pacing was weird, and then I got mad and gave up. So, here we are again. Welcome. Hello. How are you? I'm doing all right, I guess. I don't know. It's been a weird week. I haven't wanted to shoot a video for a while. I've been in a weird, emotional headspace. Yeah. Well, and, I had a house guest for, 5, 6 days. I don't even know. But it was cool. And then last weekend, I ended up sleeping 35 hours, approximately. So, yeah, I was asleep, so I can't shoot a video in my sleep. That would just be ineffective and creepy, and so I didn't do it. Yeah, like I said, this week has been weird. And then the thought process, I don't know. So this week, I've been dealing with several different things. The main thing is kind of a bookend, a bookend to my current back issue. So it all started 10 years ago, Easter Sunday, 2005. Take a journey with me, will ya? Easter Sunday, I'm by myself in my apartment watching Straight Talk with Dolly Parton and loving every second of it because she is a national treasure. And it's over, so I get up and I go find the cat and bend over to pet said cat and, sorry, hold on. And then my lower back was just bah, no, what are you doing? This is terrible. And I was literally rendered incapacitated. I was on the floor and I had to crawl into my room down the hall and call my mom, who was at my stepbrother's, and everyone's freaking out. And she's like, do we call an ambulance? And I'm all, that's an $850 cab ride. No, it's fine. I'll figure it out. Yeah, so my lower back just completely fucking flipped out and stopped backing. My back forgot how to back. So that was interesting. I saw a lot of different people who specialized in a lot of different things, but one of the things, which I just found out last night, because I used to blog a lot on MySpace. And before they disabled the blog feature, I moved all of those to LiveJournal. Blowing your collective minds right now with the nostalgia. And I ended up spending an hour and a half last night on the phone, reading different blog entries to my best friend. And one of them, it's kind of around the same time. So it mapped out this neat little timetable for the issues that I'm having with my back. So one thing that I wrote about was getting an MRI. And the MRI results said that there was a narrowing of the disc at T12 and L1. I wonder if that's going to come into play later on in the story. Gee, it totally is. So over the years, I've done PT a whole bunch. I've done massage therapy. I've done chiropractic. I've done acupuncture, blah, blah, blah. Nothing really helped. Chiropractic, when I found the right chiropractor, it helped, and I was able to go back to work, and then I was on my feet all the time, and that helped. And then I went to grad school, and that was it. But shit, I forgot what I was talking about again. Damn it. Oh, okay. So last year, I got into this car accident when I was working for ATCIC. This asshole in a giant truck decides to go straight while I'm turning in front of him, and he tries to go straight through my car and fucking T-bone me in this intersection. And then I had to go to this fucking clinic so that they could urine test me to make sure that I wasn't high or drunk when this idiot fucking plowed into my car because he was running late to his son's tennis match. Cool. So I ended up like having to get a bunch of scans, and they did an x-ray, and they were like, oh, that's weird. You have some degeneration around this vertebrae, T12L1. Great. So, January 2015, moved to Seattle. Hashtag Seattle 2015, what? And I've been like obsessed with, well, not obsessed. I've liked roller derby for a long time. And I've always wanted to look cool on some skates. So roller derby is super huge in the Pacific Northwest, especially in Seattle. I mean, they have JV fucking roller derby. How cool is that? But they have this potential fresh meat training where you can like go through this boot camp or whatever, and it helps you try out for roller derby. So you're not even like, getting hit. It's basically just like how to skate and how to fall safely. Which, cool. Yeah, that's exactly what I want. Like, strap skates on, look really cool. Hopefully don't get hit because I would probably fucking die. So I decide to go out and buy some fucking fly roller skates. And then June 17th, 2015, I go down to the local Everett skate deck, which is 2 blocks away from my office, and skated for about 15 minutes before both of my feet came flying out from under me, and I landed straight on my ass, like straight down, and ended up giving myself a compression fracture of T12. That happened. That seriously happened. Anyway, so I fell, and like it hurt my ass when I fell, but seriously, like my mid back, it was like fireworks of pain, and like my muscles just fucking seized up all the way around my rib cage, and I sat there for like 2 solid minutes because I physically could not move, and then I had to like crawl and drive myself to the emergency room yet again. I've had to do that several times in my adult life. It's awesome. Not really. So I go to this urgent care clinic in Everett where the x-ray tech is gone, so they can't do, they could have done films, but no one's there to read them. So the doctor gave me Percocet and muscle relaxers, and I drove back to Seattle, and I managed, like, because I didn't get home until like 11 or something like that. And the only space that I could find was literally across the street from one of the 4 hospitals that are right by my apartment. So I walk over, and they take some scans, and they're like, oh no, everything's fine, nothing's broken, clean bill of health, yay! And then a couple days later, I'm still in pain. It's like a weird hour, like 7 o'clock in the morning, so no walk-in clinics are open. I can't find an urgent care anywhere, so I go to another emergency room, and they do more scans and say, oh, nothing's broken, everything's fine. Lies. So after about like a month, I ran out of painkillers, ran out of muscle relaxers. I was like just eating Advil like it's candy. And finally one day I was like, something is wrong because this still hurts like a son of a bitch. So I went to some random walk-in clinic down the street from my office, and the doctor spent a lot of time with me, ordered new scans, like profile scans where I'm standing up, and talked to the spine specialist that works with that same practice, and comes back in and is like, I can tell you why your back hurts. You fractured a vertebrae. Awesome. That's cool. So then I went to a spinal specialist, and I thought I liked him. I did like him in the beginning, but he was just like, oh, these are super painful, so it's basically just going to take like rest, and here's some painkillers for the beginning, and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, that's, yes, more of that, yes. So I spent like a month and a half on painkillers, and that was cool. But it's still like, I mean, I couldn't do anything, y'all. I couldn't fucking bathe myself for like 2 weeks. I couldn't do dishes. I couldn't do anything. I had to like sleep sitting up like the elephant man. Do you know how uncomfortable that is? You can't get restful sleep when you're sitting up. And eventually, you know, it would get better and I could do stuff around the house, but seriously, like the most painful thing that I would have to do was go to the grocery store. Like I could not do it. It was so hard. And I had many breakdowns in Trader Joe's, Safeway. What's the other one that's here? Fred Meyer. Like it was not pretty. So eventually it got to the point where like I could do more. So basically like June, July, I start talking to the leave coordinator to see if I can get like take some time off like once a week so that I can heal. Shit doesn't go through until August 21st on my birthday. And so then I started taking every Friday off a week, which was badass. Like I needed it so much and it helped a lot. Like in the very beginning it was mainly for my back, and then it started to kind of be more about like dealing with the fibro, because it's been just a fucking huge chore lately. So originally what I wanted to do was take the full day and then do baby steps, like do the full day and then go back a half day and then go back like super full time. When I went back to my spine specialist yesterday, he had a different idea. One that I was not happy with. He also was just, I found him to be very dismissive and just kind of smug, and I wasn't happy. So I go back and he does, I mean, I swear to God, he has his fucking speech memorized because I've heard it like 4 times, where he's basically like, oh, you know, these fractures hurt a lot, but blah, blah, blah. Sometimes it can take a while for it to get better, but, you know, you're not limited physically anymore. And I'm like, fucking, it says you. It says you. What? Like, I walked so much 2 weeks ago that, like, Monday, I woke up and I had a catch, like, in my ribs on the right side, and it almost wrapped all the way around, but, like, I couldn't take deep breaths because it hurt so much. Like, just sharp-ass pain in my fucking ribs for, I mean, it took, like, 5 days for it to go away. So, yeah, I'm still a little limited physically, douchebag. And then, so I tell him that they found out that I have fibromyalgia. His response was, oh, people, like, doctors really don't know much about that. You know, the symptoms are really vague, and some don't even believe it exists at all. Okay, done talking to you about that, because you're clearly not going to listen to anything I have to say. So, like, can we just move this along, because I'm tired of looking at your face. And so I explained my plan, my step-by-step plan, which is mastered. And okay, seriously, I'd been fucking like banking on this. I had been planning this for a really long time, so I had it set up in my head that this is the way that it was going to be. When you dash that shit, it creates a lot of upheaval, is what it does. And so he refused to do that and said, you have no physical limitations, you can go back to work full-time right now. That's what my letter is going to say. If you want a letter to say something else, maybe you should get it from another doctor. Okay. No, because the fucking leave coordinator is going to be a cunt about it if it's from a different doctor. So why don't you just write whatever you're going to fucking write, give it to me so I can leave and never come back here, because you are not good with me, at least. Yeah. So he wrote that, and now I have to go back to work tomorrow full time. Clearly I'm not excited about it. But it'll be good. I'll be really excited to be back at full-time pay, because I've only been getting paid for 32 hours a week, which doesn't seem like it's a huge shift, but it is. I'll be looking forward to having another admin day. It's where I can just like sit and make phone calls and like do paperwork and all that stuff. So that'll be good. But oh god, you guys, there is a daycare beneath my office and it's really little kids. And there's a playground behind the building and they just scream like little demons and it's super loud. And then there's other little kids like fucking running in and out and doing a whole bunch of shenanigans. It's gonna be shenanigans. I'm not happy about it, but I have to do it. I really don't have a choice. So yeah, that's where I'm at. Like I said before, I've been just in a fucking really like weird emotional headspace. Today, I went from just being super pissed off about everything to I'm gonna quit my job and find another one to oh my god, I'm never gonna get everything finished and I'm super nervous because I have to make a presentation to the president of our chapter of the agency about why my program is super special and how it's different from other programs and what it offers. I'm like, I don't fucking know. Nobody shows up. So I can't really tell you. You know, I don't really have any partnerships right now because nobody wants to get involved with something where nobody participates. So, oh god, yeah, I'm getting super anxious. And I almost started crying. So yeah, I'm like so close to starting my period and I just want it to start so that I can stop being insane. But then I left work like happy and I felt like I got a lot accomplished today. I don't know. But yeah, so I'll go from like angry to happy to crying to tired. It's never dull. So that's kind of nice. But yeah, so that's where I'm at. Hopefully this video is as good as the first video that you can't hear. We'll see. I'll see you later.